Yeah, I think a game of two halves, I would say with it. We had to change the system a little bit second half, a few injuries as well, but it's taken time with the girls. It's not an overnight thing, this. So like I've said to them just at the end of it, like 3-1 is no disgrace. Southend are a very, very good team, playing at a really good standard. We're picking hard games for them for a reason, because I want them to achieve something more in pre-season than just results. And I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it's important that they start to click a little bit. Second half especially, change the system at half time just to stop the long ball from Southend coming in. And it worked, for most of the game. But it's a work in progress, So for us at the moment, the girls have come away buzzing from it. They're happy. They know that there was elements of the game they need to work on. Clicked really well through the midfield. We start to get overlaps coming through the wing backs, which we've not had before. So that's something we're working on training. And they're still getting used to me and the coach and what I want from it in the system we want to use. So, I'm really pleased. So I think at the moment, and again, I said this to the girls as well, I think we're playing beyond our months and years of being together. So there are elements now that are starting to work. We're starting to get the passage of play. They're starting to work between the lines a little bit better. But that takes time. So, we're 2 games and 1 training session in so far, and we're still trialing. We're still looking for a couple more players to add to that. I thought actually, above all else, the fitness was better. The girls have been working a lot behind the scenes with that, away from the training ground. We've set in some programs, and they've all bought into that. And you could see that's how they didn't stop. We're getting a late goal in there from Eddie near the end there as well. And look, if AJ scores a penalty, it's a different game, isn't it? But I'm pleased, really pleased.
You mentioned the penalty. I think there was a penalty, a disallowed goal, and then Southend took the lead, all within kind of a couple of minutes of each other. How was it disappointing that they sort of sucker punched us when we were on top and looked more like taking the lead than they did?
Yeah, and I think that's something that they've got to learn. Good teams are going to find vulnerability in what you do. And it's a bit like you're most vulnerable when you score a goal. You're also vulnerable when you miss opportunities, like your penalties, like your appeals of other parts in goals that don't go in or go in or whatever. But you got to switch on. And actually Southend's goal came from us switching off. And I think, and that's not just defensively, collectively as a bunch, they've got to take ownership and accountability. So, learning curves.
You mentioned about playing sides like Southend and Brentwood, sides that are higher than us in the pyramid. How good a step will that stand us in for the league campaign?
It's got to be the right step, because we aspire to be those teams and at that level. So I am pushing them early. I am exposing them. Setting them up to fail, effectively. But it's important that we take these games, because I've said from day one, I don't want to go and challenge us against teams that are, I don't know, being respectful with it, but at our level at the moment, because I feel like we need to push. We need to understand our weaknesses, so when we go into our league in our division, we're ready for it. And at the moment, we're still not ready. There's still a lot to work on, but playing teams that don't challenge you is never going to make you better. So for us, this is a perfect warm-up.